Hey, how's it going? Dylan here. Welcome to episode 3 of Bluray Addict Weekly, which is my new weekly kind of thing on YouTube where I go through what I've watched, what I've purchased, what's coming out this week in Australia on the format. First up, let's go through what I picked up this week on Blu-ray and UltraHD. Now, this week, obviously we're at the end of my pay cycle, so haven't bought much. I couldn't resist one pickup, which was going to obviously be The Fifth Element on UltraHD from Madman. So it's Madman's first ever UltraHD release, which got me really excited, along with E1's stuff, which my review went up on the weekend just past of their initial offering. And I was very excited about this. I was wondering who was going to print the discs, etc. If Madman were going to be doing it on their own, and to see if the smaller distributors would be able to use their facilities in Australia. Unfortunately, I did hit them up on Twitter, and they actually came back and said that they don't have any future plans for the format at the moment. And that, coupled with the fact that inside here, the actual disc is literally the Sony disc from the States, I believe. So that's a bit disappointing. That's literally just a straight import of the US disc, which it's a good disc. It looks really great, really sharp. I gave it a watch the other day, and it's a good release, good buy. I didn't have to import it, for example, myself. Bit disappointing though that they're not going to be printing their own stuff. It's a bit of a letdown, but hopefully they will in the future. They never say never, I guess. But yeah, so I picked up that on 4K Ultra HD and Blu-ray, which is cool because I believe the Blu-ray is a bit hard to find. It's a bit of an old release, the Blu-ray on its own, so really stoked that I grabbed that. This week's releases in Australia on Blu-ray and UltraHD. Now, we don't have a big release week. There's some big titles, but there's not many of them. So it's a bit of a smaller week compared to last week especially. Although usually the first week of the month does have like a bunch of the releases, because the smaller distributors tend to release everything on one day during the month. But we come to the second week of December, and all of these following titles will be releasing this today on the 12th, Wednesday. And so we've got a new release from Fox in Australia. We've got The Predator, the new one, coming out on UltraHD and Blu-ray, as well as we're getting an UltraHD Steelbook exclusive at JB Hi-Fi, so it's going to look pretty nice. I'm looking forward to picking this one up and completing my Predator collection. From Roadshow this week, we have A Simple Favor coming out on Blu-ray and UltraHD, as well as Crazy Rich Asians, also coming out on Blu-ray. From Disney, we've got Christopher Robin, which I'm pretty interested to see, as well as The Lion King comes to UltraHD in 4K. So I'm going to be itching to pick that one up when I get paid next Friday. Definitely keen on that. And then lastly, we have a release from Defiant, which is one of the smaller distributors in Australia, of The Bombing, which is I believe a Chinese film with Bruce Willis and a bunch of other people. Should be interesting. I'm going to be receiving a review copy of that one, so watch this space. Alrighty, since last week, my watching has kind of increased a little bit. Definitely kind of getting back into the groove of things. Family and work, busy, but we'll see how it goes, and obviously this time of year is insane. But I started out after last week's video by watching The Christmas Chronicles on Netflix, finishing that. I did enjoy it. Kurt Russell as Santa Claus is a pretty cool thing. I also gave, obviously, the UltraHD releases of Divergent, Insurgent, and Allegiant to add to Valerian, which I watched the week before, in preparation for my UltraHD review for E1, which is up on my channel now. Go check that out. Interesting to rewatch those. The second one I actually came off liking more than the rest, which is different to my original reaction. Then I gave The Fifth Element a watch on UltraHD from the release I just talked about, and I thoroughly enjoy that film. That is filled with so much nostalgia, and it's actually I really like the score to the film, the way it flows. It's definitely by far one of my favourite Luc Besson films by a long shot. Then on Thursday I went to see Overlord, which is the new movie from Paramount, produced by JJ, directed by a WA director, Julius Avery, which I thoroughly enjoyed. It was a fun ride, definitely a notch, definitely a step above the pack in terms of those types of films. It's a hard R film, obviously, but thoroughly enjoyed it, had a really fun time that night. yeah, last night we started watching some more Christmas movies with my wife. So we watched The Santa Claus, which is the Tim Allen film, and we always watch that one because it's so nostalgic and like it's kind of a good fun film. And then after that, I sat down and watched Mission Impossible Fallout for the third time this year, and with the first commentary, so the director's commentary with Tom Cruise, so Christopher McQuarrie and Tom Cruise. Really cool commentary. Really enjoyed the chemistry between them. They're like two old friends, and like really interesting commentary, like stuff about shot framing and the way editing works, things like that. Definitely recommend check it out if you do have it. And then of course, later today I'm going to see Bumblebee, so pretty keen on that. That brings us to the end of Bluray Addict Weekly episode 3. Thank you very much for watching and giving me suggestions and getting everything done. I want to put a special thanks out there. We reached the 1,000 subscriber mark. That is insanity, and I'm so thankful to everyone, your support and your sharing of all the links and etc. It is insane to think I actually reached 1,000, and I actually got to, that was my goal for this year, to reach 1,000, and I did it. So with a little bit of time to spare, not much, but we got there in the end, and thank you again very much for everyone who supported me, all the distributors who support me and just like send out review copies. It's much appreciated and it helps a lot. You know, it costs a lot to actually buy a lot of the copies, which I do still buy a bunch for reviews and things like that, but it definitely like is a bit of a boost when you get sent something, so thank you very much. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, hit that bell button to be notified of new uploads as they become available. Don't forget to hit me up in the comments or on Twitter, always open for a chat. Till next time, take care.